our dear friend Ventureman, and I'm very thankful for him because he is actually an avid follower of my videos. Whenever I publish a video, he's often there to go watch it, and I do appreciate it. So if you want me, if you have an idea, and if you want me to go cover it, then I definitely recommend that you post inside of this thread, and I will definitely cover it once this pre-recording is already done for the next recording. Okay, so now we're gonna go read this, obviously. Inspired by Infinite's coverage of Retron 90's dungeon ideas, I decided to throw my hat into the ring and suggest an idea for a possible brand new dungeon. So I'm going to go share the best idea that I came up with. So we have ourselves Mandark's Laboratory. Okay, Fusion Mandark has taken up residence at Mandark's old home. Okay, and makes sense. And thus his old lab, and is using the technology left there in order to assist Lord Fuse and his fellow Fusons in the fight against the heroes. Okay, so he's hiding in there and he's plotting inside of there. Fusion Mandark has locked the door to the home, so in order to get inside of Mandark's old house, a player will have to get a key that is dropped by rogue mandroids. Okay, that have been hacked by Fusion Mandark, who are roaming around Genius Grove. Oh, okay, so like similar to the whole Fusion Echo that's roaming around Heroes Hollow and the Precipice, you have these mandroids roaming around. That's a pretty good idea. After defeating one, the player receives a mandroid password keycard, so it's pretty much a copy-paste, that allows them to warp into the house, and like the no void codes, one keycard is consumed every time a player and their group enters the dungeon. So I am definitely a fan of Dexter's Laboratory. I'm a fan of anything that is Genndy Tartakovsky's work. And since since the show Dexter and Mandark are instrumental to the game of FusionFall, having more of that is definitely welcome. Once inside the house, the task of the Fusion Fighters is to navigate through the house and to get to the inner sanctum of Mandark's old lab, so they can defeat Fusion Mandark in order to at least temporarily halt the Fusion's efforts in using the hero's technology against them. The task of the Fusion Fighters is to navigate through the house and to get to the inner sanctum of Mandark's old lab. However, this will not be an easy task, as Fusion Mandark has many Fusion monster minions that the players will have to get through. In addition, he has set up a security system made up of turrets in order to further insert. Okay, this definitely does remind me of the whole Ben 10 ship, and you have those extremely bulky turrets, which took forever to destroy. In fact, I think they had like the highest HP inside of the game. Okay. Who would try to take them on who would try to take him on having quite the hard time reaching him. When the Fusion Fighters get to the inner sanctum of the lab, they have to platform their way up to the very top of the tower within the house. Okay. In order to reach Fusion Mandark, once the players get to the top, they encounter Fusion Mandark, who attacks them as soon as a player jumps to where he is. Here's a rundown of what abilities this version of Fusion Mandark could have. More health, obviously. Something to the amount of what a boss has, so okay. Increase eruption attack frequency. Okay. Yeah, they definitely are along the lines of Fuse some more. But cut down the speed of their attacks by about 75, so it spams the eruption attack. Stun power. Fusion Mandark can stun players for a short while. It should also be stun area, so it can't just stun one person, but it can stun multiple people. Half health minions summon. When at half health, Fusion Mandark will summon 2 fusion monster minions, and they will focus on doing corruption attacks. Okay, so like, okay, I'm already liking this idea. So like, I am reminded of the Ben 10 update, and I thought it was really cool when you had to defeat Fusion Albedo, and then after that, it was Fusion Ben, or what was the order? I forgot. I haven't done the mission in months. I thought it was really cool. Like the same thing with the new Nanos update with Fusion Belladonna. Okay. After defeating Fusion Mandark and his minions, the players will be free to go out of the house via warp point. Okay. Every enemy would have a chance to drop a Mandark Industries crate. Okay, that's an obvious name. No, I think it would be cool if certain items in the drop table of the crate were less likely to drop than others. This would increase the value of those said items and make people want to do the dungeon again and again in order to get those rarer items. So I definitely do agree with you. Inside of the economy series, I was talking about like how could these dungeons, these world bosses such as Mega Fusion Echo been improved, and it's actually a good thing because with the Fusion Echo, the devs have actually nerfed the drop, so there's no longer guaranteed crates. I forgot the exact number about how many Fusion Echoes are there. Let's just say like there's 10. Before the nerf, it gave out 10 guaranteed crates, and I think after the nerf, where it's no longer guaranteed, I think that's the perfect amount, and that's something for the devs to it's something for the devs to go implement in future dungeon-like missions. Hard to get exclusive items. So the Susan Astromanov set. This set would be based on Mandark's outfit when you still embrace the name Susan. Okay. I'm not sure that's a set worth collecting. Executive Mandark set. This set would be based on Executive Mandark's suit from the Ego Trip movie. Ooh, a movie, huh? That's pretty good. And the devs definitely have the files to go create this. And the Mandark set, this set would be based on a supervillain design from the show. The pick is here. And, oh. I don't know, it's okay. But something that I do notice here is that it would be really cool if, for example, these structures were to exist inside of that dungeon. And also, I'm looking right here, it would be really cool if we can actually have that gun he has dropped. And what is this? What is that? That is so weird. Oh wow, and there's a brain of Mandark. That is so disgusting. And rather easy to get exclusives. So I do approve of this kind of. I think it needs some better sets here for the harder to get. The casual Mandark set, his regular non-supervillain. Okay, this one right here. Okay. Osenbird set out of Mandark's mother, Osenbird. Oh yeah, the hippies. Okay. So something like rare, common, and the Wind Bear set from his dad. Oh, that'd be pretty cool if you can have that peace sign. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And the already available items, the Mandark Racing set, and some other stuff. So, you know, similar to the world boss of. It's actually not a world boss, Mega Fusion Echo, because it's not traditionally inside of like the map. You have to go to the Null Void. So a better name for it would have to be a raid boss. Okay, so like if you're to go into the rest of the guide and if you go into Cartoon Collection, something that would actually improve this. So like, okay, so let's go into Dexter's laboratory. It would actually improve if it dropped a whole bunch of junk items, such as the Major Glory set, the Diva Dynamite set, as some other items right here, the Robotic Claw. Hopefully they don't add in these Van Halen guitars. That would be very bad. But these other items right here, it would be nice for them to add, as it's a way to increase the RNG. The grinding factor for that. So this is an overall good set, good idea. I think what needs to be improved would have to be the items that needs to be dropped, but the concept is very sound, and I would like to go see that inside of the game. I'm trying to think of some con for this, because I noticed inside of the last year, inside of like the first 6 parts, I was kind of like agreeing, and I need to find a way to disagree. So yeah, I think the disagreement here is would have to be implementation. I'm not sure how they can implement this, but it's definitely within the realm of possibility. And as well as the items, I think the items that need to be dropped need to be much more interesting. So that is the Venture Man.